Alright folks, and welcome back to Great Taz Gaming YouTube channel, and today we're going to be doing a game review of For the King. Now this is developed by Iron Oak Games and the publisher is Curve Digital. This is available on Steam and a link will be down below, or you can just search Steam For the King. Well, what is For the King? Well, it's a turn-based RP open world adventure type game. You have certain missions you can go through. We'll see a little bit of gameplay here in the future. As you can see here on the screen, I'm on the Steam page, and you can see all kinds of different pictures and scenes. You have a couple different types of characters that you can choose from and different things. Now, there is videos here that you can also watch on Steam just to see. So you can get all kinds of different skills, weapons, and different types of characters, as you can see here. There's all kinds of stuff here that you can play through. It's a fun game. Now, a little bit about the information of the game. It does. We'll go to scroll down here and we'll look at this. Here is your recommendation for your requirements. Now, it requires a 64-bit processors and a Windows operating system of 7 or greater. That's 64-bit. Requires an Intel Core Duo or AMD Athlon Core Duo. Basically, any i3 or equivalent should actually work. It says here required should be an i5. They recommend an i5. 4 gigabytes of RAM, a 8800 GTX or better. They say a 750 Ti is recommended, and for Radeon a 3850 or a 7850. DirectX version 9.0. Most people have 11 or 12 at this point, and 3 gigabytes of space. So as you can see here, there's a bunch of cool, fun stuff that you can do, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to jump into the game here now to let you see some of the in-game stuff. All right, so give me a moment here, and we'll get right back here. All right, and here we are on the loading screen. As you can see, the little hourglass in the corner is slowly rotating, meaning it's loading. It does take a little bit of time to load, but the game is 100% worth the wait. We'll wait here a second, and then we'll get right into the game. Now, when you load up and it get loaded up, you get this nice little message here that tells you don't send out on a quest with the expectation that you'll exceed in the first try. It is true. And basically the thing is if you don't succeed, try again. And many times, sometimes in this game you have to. Now, there is multiple things here. You get a lore store, you got your resume, which I already have a save game up and running. You can do a new game, you can load game, you can co-op, which is really nice about this. You can have up to 3 people playing 3 different characters at once in this game. You got your lore story options to get your exit. Plus, you can get to their Discord, their Facebook, or their Twitter right through here. Now, the only thing I don't like is if I click new game, it's going to erase my current saved game. I mean, I can load it from here. It is an autosave, but to keep up the save, I would have to actually go ahead and, save it. But I'm not worried about that. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to start a new game. Before we do that, you want to make sure you get into your options, check the help, the game, your video is right here. Make sure you're running the right video and all that stuff. As you can see, all the details. Your sound, I do have the music and the sound effects turned down somewhat. We'll turn those up a little bit. You can hear there is some sound. It's really loud in my ears. I don't know how loud it is for you folks. So I like to hear the music but not have it overwhelming the game sounds. You got your controls. Here's your basic controls right here. When you go to get into here, you can even play with the controller. Make sure you take a chance, stop and look at all that stuff. Change your language, credits, redeem stuff, report bugs, and if you do see a bug, please go ahead and let the developers know. They're grateful for every little bug that you might see, and they'll test it out to make sure that it is truly a bug and not an option. Alright, the lore stories, you can get a bunch of different stuff in here. Characters you can unlock. locations. As you can see here, we got different characters and stuff. And this is as you're going through, you'll find these lore books throughout the game that you can do stuff for stave. And this tells you the amount of lore books it's going to require to unlock said items. I currently have 8. I've unlocked a few things already. Don't exactly remember what I've unlocked. Nope, I do not want to spend any lore points on unlocking that. I think what I already have, click like here, is what I have unlocked. As you can see here, there's some other things. I think I just unlocked the class for the astrometer and other stuff. Okay, now let's get on out of the lore store and go ahead and start a new game. Now there's, let's see, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different adventures you can choose from, and you can set the difficulties from apprentice, journeyman, and a master for each one of the adventures. You can do a solo, online co-op, or a local co-op, and then you can change the house rules to specify what you want to do. I never really touch these. I just let it go. It is. I have not played anything but the Lost Civilization, so let's go ahead and try something like, oh, for the king here. All right, you can create your game, and when you do, it'll come to this screen, and here you can change stuff. You can customize your different characters that you want. You can change the name and click the class information. You can change their sex. You can change their clothes, their helmets, their backpack, the main color, their skin tone, their hair color, and all of these. Not sure why there's an X over here. So let's see, we got a scholar, we got a minstrel, which we have standing over here. Also got astrometer, which we did unlock, blacksmith, which is this character here in the middle, and then the hunter. All right, and you can also randomize start. I'm not sure what the X is about. Not sure why I took that out, but we're going to go ahead and start this with these 3 characters. A hunter, which is good at ranged. Minstrel, which is, like you said, you can always get a very good idea of what they are. They are good with ranged here. The hunter's ranged. Blacksmith is a good, basically like your tank or your warrior. And a minstrel is basically good at helping inspire others. So let's go ahead and click that start button, shall we? Good King Broader has been slain, and once the peaceful kingdom of Furrow has been corrupted by wild chaos energy and ravaged by monsters and bandits, the grieving King Ramson is called to Furrow's ordinary citizens to search the land for the king's murderer and the source of the chaos energy. The tale now begins in the Guardian Forest, where there have been rumors of suspicious activity of sinister strangers in these woods. 3 would-be heroes meet on Orton to begin their quest. So we'll click here and we will continue. All right, here's our things. You'll get little pop-ups that tell you. You can go ahead and read through these. Find the inhibit on wood smoke. The best efforts to aid you. Wood smoke guardian. As you can see, wood smoke appeared. That is your main quest. All right, you have main quest. You have secondary quests. We'll go back here. You end your turn up here. Each character has a movement you got your life pool here. Each time you revive one of your characters, you lose one of your life pools. Once you lose all your life pool, I'm pretty sure you're dead. Chaos level, that shows this. This shows you your next chaos event. So turns go from your first player to your last. These are your extra focus points. You can use focus points to do other things. So we're going to want to get down here real quick, and we're going to try to get in some combat. Combat is, as you see here, he got an energy boost. So we're going to go ahead and move here. This is a pillar, a sanctum of immunity. So it gives you poison, disease, and curse immunity. So the Jeremy character has now actually finished all his movement points. So we end our turn there. All right, now we have the Jessica character. As you can see, it rolls a movement. So she's going to get 4. We're going to move here. Actually move here. You can move into other areas. Hilbrand says you stumbled on a dark area. Many dungeons are short but cannot be escaped until they're complete. So we don't have the movement to move into it, but we might look at that in a second. All right. Oh, there's a nice little nimbler forest. All right, so we're not wanting to get into too big of a battle right at the beginning. Now each town does, if you go in here, they have services. Services like your inns, it'll replenish some of your hit points and some of your focus. Meditation will recover all your focus. Healer will cure all of your HP and remove all ailments. And blessing is the process of removing all types of curses. Now, you can also in the village go to the market and buy different types of stuff, different herbs and stuff, and everyone starts out with a small amount of gold, torches to do different types of things, and each item has a different ability. Like this one right here gives 2 resistance, 1 focus, plus 1 intelligence, which wouldn't be bad for her. So I think I'm going to go ahead and buy and equip that right there. Now each individual character does have their own inventory, and you can look at their inventory through this little icon right here. It looks like a backpack. So we're going to look at this, and it tells you what they're wearing and what they are carrying. So don't have anything to sell to get them a little bit more money. So we're going to go ahead and just leave this. Now there are mini quests that you can get from towns via the quest board. You can reduce chaos. You can get an item. Sometimes you can get an item, which is really pretty interesting. Party resistance. It is a rare item. It's confuse, curse, and scare immunity, which is not bad, but it only adds +1 resistance to the party. So you get gold here and then gold here. We're going to kill the Chaos Acolyte in the Guardian Forest. Let's go ahead and go with that reduced column. As you can see right there is the battle that we need to do to actually get out of there. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to attack this. Now as you can see here, there's an attack range. That's the red hexagons that appear. The hexagons turn red, and they will show you where you can do it. Now you can shift click to get more information, and that brings up your information panel or encyclopedia in game. So we're going to go ahead and fight this one. We're going, you can do different things like straight out fight. You can try to ambush, and this tells you your access, which is based off of certain, like the eyes are based off of that. You can use focus to increase it, or you can retreat. We're just going to straight out fight. Now, the plant was in the combat zone, or the hexes, so it got into the battle also, as you can see right here. Now, you got different abilities, like you can leave combat. Everybody has this, and then their different abilities. Now, the hunter here has a standard shot, which does 7 damage, has an 83% accuracy, and then you have this one, which does 7 damage, and has, if you get perfect, now these become gold, you get a chance to ignore armor. Now, if an enemy has armor, like this is blocks the value of incoming magical damage by 2, so it's not going to be really a big fix. This plant is actually going to attack before the pixie, so we want to try to get rid of the plant first. So we're going to go ahead and try this, and we got a perfect, which is called shot, and well, it took away the protected off of that. So let's see, we got an extra focus. We got magic damage. Remember, the pixie blocks 2 of the magic damage. Then we have also a physical damage, which could stun. So we want to make sure that they both aren't getting all their attacks. So we're going to try to stun the plant. And that did not work out the way we wanted it, unfortunately. Now here is the blacksmith. They have, because they're carrying a shield, they can actually draw attention. They can do damage, or they can do splash damage on everyone. Well, if we can do splash damage and get 10 points of physical damage between the two of them, we might as well go for it. And so let's see what we get. We get a perfect. That is going to do 10 damage there and 5 damage there. And there he bites. There the pixie attacks. Knocks some attack down. Not too worried about that. So this should finish off those two with this round real quick like this. We're just going to do the physical because honestly the magical is going to be cut down anyways. So as you can see there, we won. Now we got 3 coins. We can collect it for 1 person, discard it, or we can share it amongst the party. We're just going to share it amongst the party. Now we got a herb, a god herb, which replenishes hit points by 15. Don't need to use it, but we're going to have her collect it since she's already low, and you can see she already had one. So nice day, +2 movement. So we're going to go ahead and move on. You can move into the position of another character, just like so. So as you can see there, we've moved down, and now our minstrel and our blacksmith are occupying the same hex right there. We also have to get back up here to do this, but every day that passes gets a day closer to chaos. So if we can lower the chaos by a couple days, that might be great. It's a level 1 multiple combat, and that's what the hex right above the fight means right there. So we got to end our turn because we have no more movement points, and then we'll go ahead and attempt to get back up in here. Oh, we found a buried artifact. All right, if we roll a 3, we get 1 item. If we roll, we have a 42% chance to get 2. So I think we're going to go ahead and leave it. It should stay there, but it's required of strength. And right here, if you look at the attributes, I don't think he has the attribute. He doesn't have a very good strength. So we're going to go ahead and continue to move on. We got up here, and we don't want to attack without the rest of the group. So we're going to go ahead and end his turn. For every turn that you actually end up holding on to, that's very bad. Holding on to, that gives that person ability to heal. So we'll go over here. This character has, we're going to leave this, 81. Probably should have did this first. So we're going to try to dig this up. We have a 51% chance to actually gain 1 item. We're going to go ahead and do that. Ooh, we take 3 damage, unfortunately. And we're going to have to move to get her up there closer to so she can get into the combat. All right, then our minstrel, once again, only gets 3 movement. And yeah, so we'll get them up there. We're just going to leave and go ahead and do that right there. Now, you can't change the order of your characters and the way they go. As you can see here, that anybody within those red squares is going to do combat. So he's not going to really be effective yet. So I'm going to just have him hold and wait until our blacksmith here, Jessica, gets on up in here. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move on up. They are a combat specialist. Now we could ambush. We only have 11% chance and a bunch of percent chances of failure. 11% chance of success, but he has through unknown and a level 1 main character. As you can see here, they all are. Now we're going to go ahead and quickly look at what we got. We got a Chaos Collective Advocate here, blocks 2 physical damage. The other 2 has no special abilities. So this one is the highest hit point. We're going to go for the highest and try to get him down quicker. All right, as you can see there, bleeding is a bad effect. Fire is also a bad effect, and that was not what we wanted. This one hasn't gone, so let's see if we can get a stun in there. Right there, we got a perfect, and that stuns, and it keeps that one from actually going. So we want to actually be able to splash and do damage to all of them. We need to hit in the middle, or we can use something like Golden Root or this to actually heal us. We're going to have to get back and heal us soon because she's already at 23 hit points. So we're just going to do this here. That's a perfect. That's going to give some good damage right there. Going to take damage from the fire. Unfortunately, that guy gets the attack, and this is the bad part. Once you get caught on fire, you take damage every time one of these turns change. So who is next to go? All right, we're just going to go ahead and take him out and call it a day, right? That's a perfect. Straight into the chest and knocks him right out. And that's going to be an attack. Our blacksmith dodged, which is good. All right, we have a chance to stun, and he is next. Let's see if we can get that stun off again. Nope, not going to do it. Going to block it this time. All right, we can't splash because they're not close enough, but we can do 10 damage and helps to actually take him out. If we get a perfect, we might get a critical also. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I should have actually healed up. That was kind of really dumb of me. As she gets knocked down right there, unfreaking fortunately. That was kind of a dumb move on my part. I didn't even think about that. I didn't look at it. You can revive, spend a life to instantly revive a down party member. We're just going to continue moving on. We're not going to really get into this real long, so we're going to speed this up and just whatever happens, whatever. And I'm not really worried about this one because, like I said, I already had one going. So we're going to take him out and then take him out. Right there. Now it's a long mission. You follow the missions and you go through stuff. You can collect different items and stuff like that. So you can see there, this talks about your chaos and stuff. Now your chaos is way out of here, so you don't have to worry about chaos, which is very helpful. And you want to beat it before the chaos. And this will tell you a little other things like this. All right, we're gonna revive, and then we're gonna go ahead and move back to the ends uses up all her movement. She has no more movement left. Has one more movement left, and that ends the turn. And there's a lot to it. As you can see, there's a task right here that you can come over and do. Not what I wanted to do. You can see here's a gathering mines, present descent into the underworld, and there's all kinds of things on the overworld. You use your AWSDs to move around the overworld and stuff, and you can find all kinds of different characters, mobs, and fun stuff like that. So with that all being said, just exit. Yeah, I don't want to save. There is For the King. My thoughts of the game. It's a fun little game. I think it's a very simple game, and not simple as in just straight simple. I think it's an easy game for anyone to be able to pick up and play. And it's fun because it's got a little bit of tactics in it too. If you stop and think about it, it's turn-based combat. It's turn-based movement. It is an RPG, so it can hit a lot of ticks. It's three-dimensional. It's not 2D. So it's a fun little game, and yes, I would recommend this game to anyone who's looking into finding a fun little game to try out. It's, like I said, it is on Steam, and the link is down in the description before. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed this video and the review. If you did, please don't forget to click that like button because it does help out tickle that algorithm of YouTube and help more people see stuff like this. So For the King, I will be streaming this sometimes here in the future, right here on YouTube. So make sure you click that subscription button so that you get an instant notification of when I go live. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is Great Taz. I'm signing off. We'll see you again soon with the next game review. And it's about to get real.